What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have ISIS. Yes indeed, how about that? ISIS making their debut on the channel. This was requested by Mark, and this is actually Mark's prioritized request for the month of October for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Mark. Hope you enjoy the show, man. Mark wanted to see me react to this song by ISIS called So Did We. Now, have I ever heard this song before? I don't think so. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've never even heard of ISIS before. I didn't know this was even a band. So the likelihood of me ever hearing this song before are slim to none. Now, look, there is always a chance. It's a slim one, but there is always a chance I may have heard this song in passing, and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I've heard this before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Rockero, okay? And the video has 210 views. It's not going to get you there. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sure the song is fine, okay? I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure the video's fine. I'm just saying 210 views, it's not going to get you there. I'm sorry. I can't say it. I can't say it as much as I like to. I just can't do it. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. ISIS, So Did We. Looks like we have some sort of subtitles in English and Spanish. Okay, well, I mean, it's lyrics. Well, we'll see about that. Sometimes lyrics appear in the video, sometimes they don't. So, we'll see. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
long instrumental break, but I got no issue with it. I'm just making the comment of it's a long instrumental break. A lot of good stuff happening in there. I love the transition from the distorted, crunchy guitar to the clean. That was a nice little switch, nice little transition. Bass is pretty prominent in this. I can hear it clear as a bell. It's doing some work, not a lot of work. It's not doing a ton of work, but it's definitely putting its work in. The song is primarily in 6/8 from the sound of it. It's got that 6/8 feel to it. In sections, you'll find it does. I wouldn't go as far as to say 9/8. It sounds like 6/8 with an extra measure of 3/8 thrown in there as an accidental. So you got, you got the 6, add the 3 back into the 6. Because the reason I'm saying it doesn't feel like 9/8. It does, that extra measure feels different. It feels disconnected from the 6/8. It sounds separated. It doesn't sound like it's one measure. It doesn't sound conducive. So I'm sticking with the 6/8 and the 3/8. So far, so good. I'm kind of, I don't know if I would go as far as to say sounding a little bit like Tool. I don't know if I would go that far. My exposure with Tool isn't all that big right now. I got Undertow under my belt, but I don't have a whole lot of other Tool songs. I got 3 other Tool songs now under my belt. Well, 4 if you count the Danny Carey drum reaction. I didn't really hear the song all that well, though, in that, so I don't know if I can really count that. I wasn't really paying attention to the song. I was really focusing on what Danny was doing. It kind of has a little bit of a Tool feel to it. A little bit, but not a lot. I don't know. I don't know if I'm out of line saying that, but that's how it sounds to me anyway. Let's keep going for right now. Let's see where this goes. Okay, I like this. Everybody's slowing down. I liked that. That was slick. I liked how they did that. That deep crescendo in the guitar fading out while bass and drums kept it going, but the drummer switched up his pattern slightly. Ever so slightly, to give it a little more of a laid-back feel, a little bit of a softer feel. So now bass and drums are going to work in tangent with each other, giving some great feels together and some great tones, great sound. Guitar fading out, fading out, fading out till it's almost completely gone, and then it comes back in with a different guitar tone, a cleaner tone. Nice contrast. Really nice contrast. let's keep going here. Now, I don't know how many guitar players there are in this band. I'm not sure. But I'm hearing 2, possibly 3. Now, this could be done. This is a studio recording, so that could all be done in post. It could be, you know, edited in, no problem, just layered. Have one guitar player play all 3 parts, and then layer them in together, pan them and shift them how you need. Or there could be multiple guitar players. I don't know. But I do know that what they're doing with the guitar work is really nice. The constant shifting attention from left to right and back and forth. And each time they do, there's a different contrast within the tone of the guitar that's being highlighted, that's being spotlighted. It's really cool. They got the 2 that are going back and forth with each other, and then it sounds like there's a third one in the background. Now, maybe that's a guitar or maybe that's a keyboard. I'm not sure. It's very faint. It's way in the back. I want to say it's a guitar because from what I'm hearing, it sounds like the attack. It sounds like a pick on strings. I could be wrong, though. And remember, with keyboard technology the way it is these days, I mean, I don't know when this was recorded. This could be a year old. This could be 10 years old for all I know. I don't know, but if it's more modern, I mean, keyboards these days, you get the right patches and the right mix, it sounds exactly like a guitar. It's kind of frightening. So it could be keyboard, it could be guitar. I'm not sure. But nonetheless, it sounds fantastic. And the bass and the drums, constant. Just constant. Moving the song forward, which I really can appreciate. Got a minute and 18 left. Let's finish this out, and then we'll get to the review. it did. The last chord there, it did sound a little dissonant, but it did resolve right at the end, so we're safe. Yeah, okay. Let me think about this one. I have some thoughts, and I'll share them with you in the review. Well, there you go, folks. That was ISIS with So Did We. This was a request from Mark, and this was Mark's prioritized request for the month of October for being a silver tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Mark. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. Okay, so I'm doing something a little different. I got some constructive criticism for a couple of key people who I know, and they say they watch the videos and they love my videos, and that's great and all. They love the channel, but they did say my reviews have a tendency to ramble. I do have a tendency to go on and on and on the same thing, and they're right, I do. I'll be the first to admit it that I do. So they gave a suggestion, and we're gonna try it. We're gonna see how it's accepted. We're gonna see how people like it, and if people do like it, then we're gonna keep it. If not, we'll go back to the old way. I have a stopwatch. I have a stopwatch. It's a timer set for 5 minutes. So I got 5 minutes to do my review now. That's it. That's all I get. So I gotta think very carefully about what I'm gonna say and get it all in 5 minutes. I will start the time when I say why. All right, just to let you know. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give that an 8.3. Yep, 8.3. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, the song itself, not terribly complicated. I do like the use of 6/8. I love songs in 6/8. I always have. I like how they had those accidental measures through in there to give it a little bit of a breakup, a little bit, so it's not quite so monotonous. Now, was it 6/8 and 3/8, or was it 9/8? To be honest with you, I'm sticking with my guns, and I'm saying 6/8 and 3/8. The reason for that is because when they did add those extra accidental measures, it didn't sound conducive to the 6/8 prior or after. It had its own, almost like a setup feel. Almost. It didn't sound like it was part of either measure before or after. It felt like it was its own thing. That's why I'm kind of sticking with the 6/8 and 3/8 feel as opposed to a 9/8 feel. But it was really nicely done, and they did it very strategically. It wasn't overly done, which I appreciate. The instrumentation on this was really good too. The use of multiple guitar layers. Now, like I said, this being a studio recording, this could be one guitarist doing multiple takes, multiple layers, and playing multiple parts that in post were shifted around, panned left to right, given different effects. You know, it could very well be that, or it could be multiple guitar players. I don't know. I don't know the first thing about this band, so, but nonetheless, very effective what they did with the guitars, especially the panning, adding and taking away effects to give it that definite and defined difference in tone. Drums and bass, fantastic job on this. I think that was probably the highlight for me, was bass and drums. Fantastic job across the board. Keeping the song moving forward, keeping the song progressing. The drummer had a great 6/8 feel, and he was able to take that 6/8 feel, and when it came time to go into that breakdown section without losing a beat, he just modified what he was playing ever so slightly to make it sound a little more laid back. While the bass player also came in with him and took a little bit more of an active role to help keep the song moving forward. So kudos to both of them. They both did a fine job. Vocally, I think, to be honest with you, I think the vocals were probably the lowest point for me. Now, that's not to say what he was doing was bad. I liked what he was doing. He had that type of a gravel and growl style to his vocals, but within that gravel and growl, there was a melodic line. It wasn't even, and to be honest with you, it really wasn't even that hard to find. It was there. It was pretty obviously there. I didn't have to go searching for it, which is nice. And I've always said I got no problem with grit, growl, gravel, and screamo. I got no problem with any of that as long as there is a melodic line within the vocals being carried by the singer. And in this case, there was. My only gripe about the vocals, to be honest with you, is I wish there were more of them. I wish he'd been a little more prominent and a little more present. He only had like 3 spots where he did vocals, and that was kind of weird. The song was geared more toward an instrumental feel. Now, if that was the goal, if that was what they were trying to do, why bother having vocals at all? You know, why not just make it instrumental? But you know, they put vocals in here and there. I wish there had been more, but whatever. I mean, it's their song. It's you know, whatever they want to do. It's their thing. The song itself, the songwriting, not really all that complicated other than the time signature. The time signature is kind of what made this song stand out, in my honest opinion. So, here's the thing. I'm giving it the 8.3. Why? Because it's a great song. It really is a great song. Well constructed, well executed. It sounded great. I love the tone from all the instruments. Everything was mixed well. My only real gripe was, like I said, I wish there were more vocals. Now, did I personally enjoy the song? I did. It kind of had a little bit of a Tool, like, I don't know if I would go as far as say Tool, but like maybe Tool light, you know? Like Tool light. I think that's a good way to describe this band for the sound of it, from what I've heard here. It kind of reminded me of Tool a little bit, but not to the extent and not to the depth that Tool has. So, did I enjoy it? I enjoyed it. Would I ever put it on a playlist? I doubt it. I don't think so. But I still enjoyed it. It is still a great song, and that is why it's getting the 8.3. So, 8.3, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.